Our Knowledge Wealth Academy vlog number 3. This is going to be a really short vlog again. I think it's vlog 3, could be vlog 2. But I'm going to talk about whether or not illegal versus legal is the same as immorality versus morality, which I don't think it is. So the story I really want to hit on today is just that Apple CEO Tim Cook banned all VPN, which is virtual provider networks, I think that's what it stands for, VPN apps on their app store in China, which basically would allow people living in China, including many expats that I know living in China, to access the world outside of Chinese censorship. So allow them to access a lot of websites that the Chinese government will censor, and a lot of other apps that provide sources of alternative media news that the Chinese government will censor. And Tim Cook basically rationalized banning all VPN apps from the Apple Store in China by saying that is the law, as if that's a rationalization, because really what he's doing, because I hate when people just say that, they try to rationalize like immoral acts and censorship by just saying, well, that's the law, so we have to abide by the law, so just claim it. If you're going to support censorship, then Tim Cook should just say, look, we know this is basically supporting censorship in China, but we're going to do it because that's what the Chinese government wants. So I hate when people rationalize immoral acts by just appealing to the law. Because when I worked at Smith Barney, which is basically Citibank 15 years ago, and the private wealth management group that I worked for was caught doing all kinds of immoral things, but still within the boundaries of legality, like laundering money for Mexican drug cartels, like artificially creating panic in European bond markets by selling off massive amounts of bonds and basically providing a stampede of bond selling, and then immediately buying back bonds just a few minutes later to make millions of dollars of profit very immorally, but within the boundaries of law in Europe. And let me think what else. Laundering money for Yakuza in Japan. Every time Sandy Wow, who was the CEO of Citibank at the time, he would basically tell us, I wish I'd actually saved some of these emails so I could post them now and show you, because I distinctly remember he would always say, tell your clients that we admit to doing nothing wrong because we didn't do anything illegal, so we have corrected the situation and never admitted any guilt because we committed and did nothing illegal. But yet, obviously, we're doing a lot of things that were immoral. So it's the same thing today. A lot of my banking friends justify still working for the same big global banks that do a lot of immoral things, like manipulating interest rates to cheat their clients, manipulating stock markets with their high-frequency trading algorithms to cheat their clients. And they say, well, it's nothing illegal. Look, if it was illegal, I'd be going to jail. But that's because your industry has a lobbying group that spends billions of dollars altering the law to make immoral acts legal. Not moral, but legal. So there's a huge difference between what I see to be legal versus illegal, which really doesn't represent immoral acts versus moral acts. So let me know what you think below. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with these viewpoints. And that is also part of the problem I have with the systems that we are ushered into, and we're forced to really, we're not forced because we do have a choice to live outside the system, but it's really, really hard to live outside these certain systems that are constructed for us from basically birth to death. And that's one of the more important topics I'm going to also be vlogging about very soon in quite a bit of more depth and detail. Oh, and one last thing I did forget, because I said I would vlog about gold and silver real quickly. So the prices, let me look at it right now. It's like late morning in Asia. Gold is around $1,262 an ounce. Silver is around $16.52 an ounce. Both have been pulling back in price as of the first week of August, which is not a big deal to me because gold and silver had a really good extended run of many days, consecutive days in which they rose in price. So I think at some point next week, again, this is really nothing to worry about, that we're going to see gold and silver prices rise again. So that's the gold and silver commentary for the day. So thanks again a lot for watching. Please do subscribe below. If you want to know how to receive notifications of new content because you subscribe and do not receive it, just visit my blog, because it's like maybe the third or fourth posting down you'll see I have instructions for, and not just my channel, if you subscribe to other channels, because YouTube and Google are censoring a lot of channels that tell narratives that differ from the mainstream, and so they're censoring us. If you want to know how to still receive notifications, just visit my online blog at smartknowledgeu.com/blog, and you'll see an article there. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, take care everyone. And always remember, remain intensely curious. So long.